More than 100 celebrities, prominent Canadians ask BC Premier to preserve remaining old-growth forest.
Here's a summary of the article.
More than 100 prominent Canadians, and a few international celebrities, have signed an open letter to British Columbia Premier John Horgan demanding he preserve the province's remaining old-growth forests. Campaign organizers are demanding an immediate stop to logging of the remaining old growth, saying BC used to be a place where trees swayed at 76 meters tall and now only 2.7% of the large tree old-growth forests remain. Campaign organizer Nicole Rycroft is the founder and CEO of Canopy, an environmental nonprofit that describes itself as a Canadian-based organization dedicated to advancing ecologically based forest solutions worldwide. Canopy has launched several previous campaigns in the fashion, packaging and publishing industries to protect ancient forests. The Ministry of Forests says old-growth forest covers some 13.7 million hectares of the province, nearly 20% of BC forests. The Ministry of Forests says the government has protected close to 200,000 hectares in 11 areas of BC, including Fairy Creek and the central Walbron area. BC's beautiful ancient forests are part of what makes our province a great place to live, and we owe it to future generations to protect them. The path towards managing BC's forests will be guided by science and by government-to-government engagement with First Nations.
This post received a score of 5,600, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Out of the loop Brazilian here. Why do they want to chop the tree down? To sell the wood or to develop the land? Either way, can't they leave it there and build around of it?
Canada sells a lot of wood, we have forest for days up here. These old-growth forests are hundreds of years old and are essential to the ecosystem. Honestly, these companies are greedy. They can easily cut down younger forests and replant them, which is something they already do. Instead, they are just moving into old-growth forest. There is a lot of other things going on like native land rights and treaties, but that's the gist of it, and this land can't really be built on. It's mostly rocky and mountainous and far away from most cities.
Thousands of years old.
The oil sands is the dirtiest oil on the planet, which we sell at below market rates because we don't have our own refineries. It's so expensive to get oil out of the oil sands that if oil falls below a certain price per barrel, the whole oil sands shuts down. For this we have destroyed watersheds, sickened, destroyed communities, and another massive ecological problem which will last for thousands of years has been created. Whatever money we as the Canadian people are making in the short term is not worth the long-term problems that come with that short-term money.
Also, the market discount is due to pipeline capacity, not refining, as after it's refined it still need to be distributed. Refining at home means dick all without ways to move it. It's gonna take new technologies and investment. That all said, I'm not in favor of old-growth logging.
Greater than also as bad as emissions are the dirtiest oil in terms of emissions is California Heavy. Source? As far as I know, CA Heavy is a tiny segment of production, and CARB have instituted a number of policies to reduce the emission footprint, such as their LCFS program. It's dirty petroleum, absolutely, but it's a bit misleading to equivocate Californian petroleum production emissions with Athabascan tar sand production. 10% over Brent, WTI sounds really low for heavy bitumen.
Yeah, it's more like 20% over conventional US well-to-well. Air quality issues around drilling-intensive areas, as well as water consumption from fracking. Not to mention carbon intensity continues to decline. It's gross. I hated every minute there. I wish they didn't exist.
Well, if the celebrities are asking, we better do what they say.
100 celebrities. That's worth, like, 100,000 regular people, right?
There's literally zero reason they need to cut old growth. They're raping the land for their own profits, and telling everyone else to go fuck themselves. That level of greed must be made illegal if we are ever going to stabilize the damage we've done to the planet.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.